Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 11 trades, as you can see down here at the bottom. Today's date is November the 19th and I am using my new Trigger Zones trading system. I've been calling it lately the Holy Grail trading system. And the reason why I call it that is because it makes my trading super easy, a lot of fun, and what would you call a system that is getting you 200 pips or more a day. And looking at the totals here, I haven't done the math on it yet, but it's well over 300 pips, probably around 400 pips for today. I have found the magic indicator. That's this one right here. Let's see, it's the trigger zones. I call it TZ, TZ for short, trigger zones. It really helps you to find the beginning of the up and down cycles within the market. You can easily trade all 3 trading sessions 24 hours a day. I call that the flow of the market. Now in all of these trades, I took them close to 7 a.m. New York time, and about 8, as you can see every one of them, I closed them all out at around 8:05 and 4. So about 1 hour of trading and I am finished for the day, and it is not even 8:30 a.m. New York time. I love trading as it only takes 1 or 2 hours a day, and by the time most people are up getting ready for work or just starting their day job, I am finished for the day to do whatever I please. Now we can get into these trades on each and every one of these right at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is where this vertical line is. Between 6 and about 7 in the morning, I'm doing my daily trade plan. And every one of these trades was taken directly from my daily trade plan. We can take a quick look at that. My daily trade plan for November the 17th, every one of the trades, as I was doing it, and if it looked like it was set up, I actually pulled the trigger. So as I said, all of them are directly from my daily trade plan. And if you've had this daily trade plan, I'm sure you can get at least 100 pips a day. Now remember, not every trade here that I'm calling out will work out. Especially, you have to be a little bit careful with the ones that says preferred, because it's been going either up or down for quite some time, and it could be hitting some strong support or resistance. And as you well know, on a weekly and a monthly, it can go in the opposite direction quite easily, 50 to 150 pips. So you have to be careful of that. You must wait, as I say down here at the bottom. Let's see, got to follow the rules within the trigger zone system. Remember to wait for the pullback for a better trade entry. And of course, there's no guarantees in trading, as the market is very random. And you really must master trade management and money management. So keep that in mind. Okay, moving forward on the dollar CAD. After I drilled down the lights, I knew I wanted to be buying. And as you can clearly see, it didn't go up too much. But that's why it's very important you have trade management, because you don't want to turn a winning trade into a losing trade. So I pulled the trigger at that cursor. There was my stop, risking 7 pips. And ended up just closing the trade, just being happy with 4 pips. And 4 pips on the dollar CAD paid $395. Now you see the main reason why I do 5 or 10 trades at a time as I don't want to be stuck in one trade and going mostly nowhere, sideways. So keep that in mind also. On the next trade, S&P 500. This one I want to be selling. Did qualify for a great way to trade. Most of these trades, by the way, did qualify for a great way to trade, as I teach within the training videos. So on this S&P 500, after I drilled down the lights, I knew I wanted to be selling. There's the arrow. Let's see where I got in at, first of all. Took the trade here. Here's another one that's... plus you have to keep in mind that these futures, many times they'll go sideways at the beginning, and then at 9:30 a.m. New York time at the opening bell, and then it'll go. And I'm not 100% sure, but it should go down. So anyhow, let's see where I got in at this cursor. Here's my stop up there. Fairly tight stop. And I closed it out just being happy with, well, it's around 100. Let's see. These futures sometimes, there's so many digits there, and sometimes I get the digits a little bit off, but if I'm not mistaken, that's 10 pips, and each pip is worth $5, and then of course times that by 10 lots. That's why those 10 pips ended up paying out $500. Okay, let's move on to crude oil, which pays $10 a pip, crude oil. Another one I knew I wanted to be selling after I drilled down the lights. Very important that you have to have a good trading system, which the trigger zone system is very good. And of course it would be to your benefit to getting your hands on a daily trade plan, unless you know how to drill down the lights and make your own daily trade plan. Now, it did take me roughly about 8 or 10 months, I can't remember offhand, just under a year for sure, of getting the daily trade plan from my mentor, and then I was trying to figure out how he was drilling down the lights and making the daily trade plan. But once you understand it, then you can do your own daily trade plan. So we want to be selling, did qualify for a great way to trade. Let's see where I got in at. Right here. Another one. Well, the main move was done through the London, but hey, I still grabbed some pips, and that's okay with me. On this crude oil trade, I got 14 pips, and those 14 pips on crude oil paid out $1,400. Now it can go back to the goal line, hook around, and continue its way down. That would be another entry if you are still trading, like after, say, next 30 minutes or so. Okay, NASDAQ. Let's see what happened here. This one pays $20 a pip. It's another one, as you can see, is just running flat. But hey, I'm not looking for a lot of pips. A few is good enough for me. This is where I got in at, and this is exactly where I closed it. Got to go down to the 5 minutes because it's so, any little movement whatsoever. Let's see. $20 a pip. Anyhow, it's around 87. I believe that is, let's go with 8.8. That would be close. Let's go with 8. 8 pips. 8 pips on the NASDAQ paid $1,780. Let's move on to the pound yen, the next trade. Did qualify for a great way to trade. There's the arrow, higher time frames telling me to sell. So let's see now where I got in at first of all. Right at this cursor. Stop was about 20 pips, 19 or 20. And it looks like 35 pips here. And those 35 pips on the pound yen paid $3,075. Moving right along to the euro yen. Let's run a check on that one. There's the arrow telling me higher time frames is saying to sell. As you can tell by now, most of these are doing the pullback to the goal line, and once it hits this rough area of resistance, it can easily hook around and give you another entry. But I am done trading for the day. Did qualify for a great way to trade. I'm in it right here at that cursor, closing out with about 39, it looks like. 39 pips, and 39 pips on the euro yen paid $3,427. Remember, everything I am doing, you have to mimic exactly the same things. You just can't be jumping all over the place without a trade, like a plan, trading plan. Dow Jones, that's another one, very clear. Qualified for a great way to trade. Higher time frames, there's saying to sell. That's exactly what I did. There's my stop, that little cursor. Close it out just being happy with 72 pips. And those 72 pips, remember each pip is $5. 72 pips paid out $3,600. Let's move on to the Russell here. Most of these charts look very, very similar, and that's how I knew that it was going to give me some pips. Higher time frame, saying to sell. There's the arrow. Did qualify for a great way to trade. So let's see now where I got in at. Wouldn't break the bottom here, but that's okay. I'm not looking for 100 pips. I'm just looking for enough to keep me happy. And looks like I was happy with Russell. Let's see, 35 pips. Should be 36, 35.9, because it's $10 a pip. And down at the bottom here, those 36 pips there paid out $3,600. Moving right along to the euro dollar, another one that qualified for a great way to trade. That's of course using the gold line and indicators down at the bottom. I explain that in great detail within the training videos. That's why you got to get your hands on the training videos. Go through the training videos 2 or 3 times and paper trade for about 2 or 3 weeks, and you should be up and running within 6 to 8 weeks. And if not, well, just keep going over the homework until the light bulb, until you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Or get back to me and I can explain or make other suggestions. Euro dollar, let's see. Higher time frame, said to sell. There's my stop right there. Jumped in right here. And I closed the trade out being happy with 37, because it pays $10 a pip, so it has to be 37. And those 37 pips on the euro dollar paid $3,700. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, EURCAD. Let's see where it is, EURCAD. Further to the left. Here we go, EURCAD. Looks like it did qualify for a great way to trade. There's the arrow. Want it to be selling. So let's just run a check. Look at that. Didn't even go 1 pip against me. Love trading this way with my trigger zones. Looks like I locked in about, as soon as it can stop dropping, around 49, I guess. 49. So 49 pips on the EURCAD paid $3,950. Finally, the last trade, and this one here, be super careful with this as it does pay the most, $37.50 a pip. Look at the money that it pays out. Once the charts look good, and if you would have had the daily trade plan for today, the DAX 30, look at this. Watch for bearish trade. There you go. And the day was almost lined up. It was not quite enough for me to put down in here. But I knew with these three, it was going to go down. So let's see. DAX 30. Let's go and get it. Here we go. Another good looking chart setup for a great way to trade. Everything screaming to sell. Higher time frames. And away it went. Went against me, not too much. Wasn't too worried about it. And by the way, this is around 300. Jumps around so much here, but let's just round it out at 300. Let's do the math on this one. What did I say? 300, if I remember correctly. I rounded it out. 300 times 30, 750. 11,250. Oh, there you go. Bang, right on. So it has to be 300 ticks. Anyhow, that was 300 pips. And those 300 pips, as I said, paid $11,250. Another great day for trading. Great way to end this week of trading. I just did the math and all the pips and ticks. I ended up with 605 pips, and those 605 pips paid $36,678. So if your system is not producing, like my trigger zone system, I suggest you get your hands on it. If you want to get some more information, simple. Just look right below this video. It's my trigger zone system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn this, you're never going to succeed at trading. Now my trigger zone system has 5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Included are 6 MT4 templates, 8 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now there's a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This is just all bonus stuff I threw in, as you will be needing a lot of education to succeed at trading. Now there's a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 50 training videos. My number one way, and pretty much every trade today, taken from my daily trade plan. And remember, highly recommend you get the daily trade plan. At least you will be, or you should be, making money as you're learning how to trade. Now, as I said, there's a lot of ways, and my favorite way to trade is a great way to trade. Pretty much every trade today was a great way to trade. At least 9 out of 10 trades, or 90% of my trades, they qualify for a great way to trade. Comes with a very high success rate. So I'm not going to go through everything here as we're running out of time. Please put this on pause, read everything. If you have any questions, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, here's my email. Remember, there's an underscore here. Now I do prefer Skype. simple for you. All you got to do is click on this link and we will have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing I'll give you a free session, answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks. If nothing else, it should help you to some degree your trading. And keep in mind, to do all of that with no obligation to you. Now if you click on this link here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So remember, if you have any questions about my system and the daily trade plan, just get in contact with me. And if not, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.